We're off to a start over there in the
And the
OC.
producers are loving it.
Loving it. Loving it. Okay, so you're not worried this is her last season. Okay, well,
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she knows how to navigate it and hold her own.
well, speaking of, like you said, where we started, you said you're in between two housewives. You said Tamara's been nothing but genuine to you. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, she doesn't get along with at all. Your new best friend, Miss Giudice.
She doesn't?
Teresa.
Oh no,
No.
Tamara, no,
Well, they're
no.
on different coasts.
I
I
know.
mean, what does it matter?
No, they don't.
Well, they all talk. Yeah, I think it matters for them a little bit. Teresa don't got nothing to say. Listen, Tamara made the, I don't know if mistake is the right word, but she put Louis's name in her mouth, and we all know how that goes with Miss Giudice, your new best friend.
Yeah.
And so you guys are navigating some interesting waters out there by being in
But,
with Tamara and with Miss
but,
Giudice.
but here's the thing. Our friendships, when we go to dinner, we're
Mhm.
not talking about housewives.
Yeah, we're
We're
not, they're
talking about
solid.
our lives.
Correct.
When we see each other at an event, we're talking about the kids, we're talking about
Right.
the projects that we're working on and how we can elevate and help each other grow. We're
Yeah.
not talking about, oh, by the way, did you blah 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 and how blah blah blah. And you know what? All of that is their job. It's
Right.
their responsibility and it's what they're committed to make their paycheck.
Yes.
The rest of it, it's a friendship that is genuine with each other that we personally do care. And
Yeah.
that's important to me. And I think anyone's business is founded on that. Our business model is we're genuinely authentic and organically ourselves,
Yes.
and we're true to our relationships and friendships completely. And if you think that's not enough, then I don't know how we can be friends because that's all we've got to give you.
And you know, when people come in and they do coffee reads, some of the people that listen to Undressed, our podcast, or listen to us on Jeff Lewis Live, they come in. Like even this last weekend, they did a coffee read, and after she was done, she goes, "Wow, you guys are exactly how you sound on your show and on the radio." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, we're not, you know, we're just us, and we're authentically ourselves." And I think people want that. They want people.
Well, they get it.
Yeah.
I mean, they get it. I
Mhm.
mean, listen, when you're doing a TV show, you're just like I said, if you're signed up to do, you're an actress, you're portraying a character. But when it comes to these housewife shows, I think at this point, they all have a persona. Just like Anna Nicole did.
Mm.
She was not the dumb blonde everybody thought she was. But did she portray one really and execute it really well? Yes.
The magic formula I think about Housewives is that everybody has a role, if you
Yeah, a
will,
role.
but it's an interchangeable role. One season you're the bitch. The next season you're the saint. The next season
You're a
you're a
victim.
mess. You know what I mean? And it changes from character from woman to that role in the season. Every time they're all interchangeable. And if they are not, and if they can't follow that formula and adopt that formula and live that formula, they're out. They're a one and done housewife because nobody, you know what I mean?
I do.
You can't go
David,
further with it.
David, it's not easy. If
There's
you,
no layers.
it's not easy to be
Yeah.
any of these shows.
Well, that's why I feel if this season is Gretchen and Jennifer Pedantry and Shannon against Tamra, and Tamra has another bad season, and she's not taken out, which I agree. I'm not so sure this is the last season of Tamra. That I think next season, she still has to film this whole season and has to air. If she has a bad season, it will be like two in a row. I bet you after that, we have a Saint Tamra. I think the season after that, they're gonna look what they did to Erica Jane. I mean, you know, we didn't realize her husband was gonna go and be one of the biggest criminals of all time, but we've left her alone and she's gotten look at it, she's very funny, but she's getting a great edit for many seasons since then.
Oh
So I
yeah.
do think if
Well, she's
Tamra, I
I
think Tamra will
love
have a
when
good season.
I love when I was watching the advice that she gave Dorit. That was
Ah,
really
amazing.
good.
But besides the
Amazing.
advice, when the two housewives are going at it, she's sitting there and sipping her tea. She's just like, okay, I'm so here for this. I
Yes.
remember when I was at the other
Yeah.
end of this.
Exactly.
But is this
It's
what
like it's like I say, and like that is the thing about life. Like when you have like this is it. It's over for Erica. Nothing other than her health and getting like a really bad health diagnosis.
Right.
Nothing will ever phase Erica Jane again, ever. Like
How could it after what she's
she's
been
had the worst.
Yeah.
So bring it on. Garcelle's doesn't like her about this. She's just like, this is fucking child's play. This is actual child's play. Right. And she's not even in the middle of it now. Short of getting a bad health diagnosis. That's the great thing when you have a bad year or 2 years, the worst experience of your life. Hang in there, everyone, because guess what? Life will be a park after that. A day in the park.
We like to tear people down, but
Mhm.
then build them back up,
Mhm.
tear them down again. It's a whole roller coaster, especially on the housewife shows.
Mhm. So are you team Tamra or team Teresa?
I
Well,
love
they're
Tamra and I love Teresa.
they're on two different coasts. Do I have to pick?
Well, I thought it'd be nice if you would have picked. Yeah.
No, I love them both. But you know what?
I
They're
would
two
love
different
to.
people.
Too bad they're not doing Ultimate Girls Trip anymore because I would love to see Teresa and Tamra on an Ultimate Girls Trip together.
Can I tell you that if they were in the same room and got to know each other a little bit more, they'll probably love each other because they're so much alike.
They all
Well,
do the same stuff.
well, you do mention that. I mean, we are having BravoCon coming up this year, and we do have that squash the beef instead of bringing up like Vicky Gunvalson, who I mean, please don't even go to BravoCon this year. I mean, haven't we seen enough of Vicky? Bring up Tamra and bring up Teresa, and let's squash the beef between the two of them. I mean,
Yeah.
right? Like, let's go for the big dogs here. Come on.
Yes.
Instead of having, Vicky
You
and,
just want to see
MJ or
you want
whoever.
to see you want to see a WrestleMania happen. You just want to see people tear each other up. I love this. I love this.
Well, listen, you don't fuck with Teresa and you don't fuck with Tamra. To your point, Tamra can hold her own. This is a
know
match
what?
That's why
that
one
I
is
would
on
like
the
to
west
watch.
and one is on the east.
Can I say that behind every great man or person, there's an amazing and equally brilliant woman. And these housewives are women that you don't want to mess with because they know what's up. They created a whole world without housewife, so they can thrive. They can eat you up for breakfast
Yeah.
and look pretty to take you out to dinner later on that night. I mean, it's